So I will be speaking on the Préime dermafacial, or you can also think of it as the ultimate Hollywood facial. It is one of my favorite technologies, and I say that about almost every single one of our technologies, but truly it is one of my favorites right now. And it really was created because there was something missing in the dermafacial space, and that was having a platform system that allowed for customization. And that is exactly why the Préime is so special. So I don't have a ton of time, but come to each demo station, we'll talk more for sure. So the Préime dermafacial has 5 incredible technologies on that one system. And again, this really allows you to tailor treatments to each patient. So we'll go over the hand pieces briefly, and then we'll talk a little bit more in depth. So we do have the Aqua Bee. This uses a spiral vacuum and specific solutions to both cleanse and infuse into the skin. We then have Vibrox. This uses vibration, red LED light, and CO2 microdermabrasion to exfoliate and revive the skin. We then have Micro T. I think it's very exciting that we have energy-based devices on this system. So Micro T is to tighten and tone. It's microcurrent. We also have Collagen Plus. It's dual bipolar radio frequency to boost and rejuvenate, right, to tighten the skin. And then finally, we have Ultra B to infuse serums into the skin to really nourish and hydrate the tissue. Okay, let's dive a little bit deeper. So Aqua B is a really, really great technology. So it's hydrodermabrasion that uses vacuum suction and a spiral eddy movement to infuse serums into the skin. It's a 3-step treatment, so we are cleansing, back up here, cleansing, purifying, and then nourishing the skin. Let's talk about our solutions a little bit. So I know I said it's a 3-step treatment. There are 4 solutions. The last one is to cleanse the system, so I won't be talking about that. But the first step is to cleanse. And this is a really, really deep cleanse to the skin, more than you would ever get with just, your cleanser in your hands and water. So the main ingredient here is lactic acid, really gently exfoliating the skin. Then we have the next step, which is purify. And this is really meant to be used on areas of congestion. So the main ingredient here is salicylic acid. So really diving deep into the pores to really loosen those cellular connections. And then paired with your vacuum, you have really great and easy, painless extractions. And then finally, we have nourish. So this is to really hydrate and nourish the skin, right? After we cleanse and exfoliate, it's really important to replenish the tissue. So main ingredient here is hyaluronic acid, right? We're really familiar with that. Very, very hydrating to the skin. This is also great to prep the skin before the rest of the Préime technologies, but also great as a standalone treatment. Okay, let me get all my points up there. Next is Vibrox. This is a fan favorite every time I do a demo. So if you get to try it today, please do. So Vibrox uses a pod on the handpiece and gel on the skin. The two basically interact together to create tiny CO2 microbubbles on the tissue. This triggers the Bohr effect. And the Bohr effect is the ability for hemoglobin to send more oxygen to an area where more CO2 is present. So we are oxygenating the tissue, which then re-energizes the skin. At the same time, this Vibrox pod is degrading, which is the microdermabrasion part. It is exfoliating the skin even further. So this is really great for a patient who just has thick, oily, congested skin. They just need a little bit more exfoliation. I have a lot of buttons to push here. Okay, so you have 2 gels to select from. We have a bright gel. This is for anyone with pigment, and then a fresh gel that's just very hydrating to the tissues. That's for anyone who does not have pigment. Also has a massage tip as well that you can add on to their treatment. Next, we have Micro T. So this is bipolar microcurrent. Get all my points up there again. So this is muscle toning, right? We call it a gym for their face, essentially. It is tightening and toning the skin and really improving the contoured appearance, which literally everyone wants, right? You may think that's just for a more mature patient. No. Promise you, millennials also want to look very contoured. So it's great for anyone and before a big event as well. Then we have Collagen Plus. So if you're a current customer of ours, you know all about radio frequency, but this is dual bipolar radio frequency. So that, foreign electromagnetic energy, our skin doesn't recognize it, causes our cells to oscillate, which then produces heat. We put that heat at 39 to 42 degrees in the dermis. It stimulates the fibroblast cell to secrete collagen and elastin fibers. So we are tightening the skin and reducing fine lines and wrinkles. Also, this is a great opportunity to introduce RF to your patients and then segue them to the V-series, right? The more corrective devices. If they're concerned with fine lines and wrinkles at their Préime dermafacial appointment, they'll most likely be a great patient for the V-series as well. It's like a gateway. Finally, we have Ultra B. This is a really beautiful way to end the facial. I would recommend always adding that on. It is a high-frequency ultrasound. So it's creating little microchannels in the skin to penetrate a hydrating and soothing serum deeper into the tissue. So it is a very visible and long-lasting hydration. It's really, really beautiful. I actually worked an event recently, and we were doing skin analysis at this event. And it can check your hydration levels, right? And almost everyone was super dehydrated. We would do a couple of hand pieces on the Préime, including Ultra B. Their hydration levels doubled, and it was really cool to see, and their skin looked absolutely amazing, so it helps a ton. Our serum here, it's just full of a lot of ingredients that are really great for the skin lipid barrier. It reduces transepidermal water loss. It's just very, very hydrating to the tissue, like hyaluronic acid, panthenol, and tocopherol. Okay, I love this slide because it's really showing that we can treat essentially every layer of the skin, which is really important, not only in your more corrective devices, but also in your monthly dermafacial as well, right? Our skin has different symptoms that are coming from different layers of the skin. So we are enabling that hydrodermabrasion and that CO2 microdermabrasion in the epidermis. So this will really help with texture and large pores. Then we are supporting hydration in the dermis, as well as that collagen production. So moisture retention is better. Fine lines and wrinkles are reduced, right? Especially with just hydration sometimes, that's all they need. And then finally supporting muscle toning, so you have that really nice contoured effect. So the beautiful part of Préime is that you can tailor their treatments to them. You can give them a much more robust experience because you have 5 technologies to work with, right? And not only can you tailor it for their treatment, but also the experience that they're looking for. When I worked in clinic for 6 years, I really found that there are 2 types of facial patients. One wants to lay down only for like 30 minutes. She's busy. She might go crazy if she lays down for any longer than 30 minutes. That's great. You can tailor that treatment for her. Or you may have a patient who wants like that long spa-like experience and they want to be pampered. That's great. Let's do all 5 hand pieces today. So it's really great. You can really customize based on what their skin needs and the experience they're looking for. And this is really a device, ooh, my mic came on there, a device where it is about the patient experience and about the results. So it feels nice from beginning to end. Their skin looks amazing, and they can really, really look forward to this treatment. Finally, so memberships. The Préime fits really, really beautifully within memberships, if that's something that you do offer in your practice currently. If you don't, I'm sure someone will be talking about memberships in the next couple of days. Memberships are really great to increase patient retention, patient loyalty. It's predictable revenue for you and recurrent revenue. So it is a great option, and we have a Préime dermafacial membership that you can just implement into your practice. So we do offer that for you. And I think that is it. Thank you.